you brought up a really interesting point, and it's what kind of position battles are we having this camp? It's every training camp. It's a talking point for everybody who has a football team in their town. And the answer with the Broncos is not many.
Yeah.
Like, they're pretty set.
Yeah.
And here's what I would like. If I had, if I had my choice, there was one that I brought up that I think could be a surprising one, which I think that Drew Sanders is going to compete with Singleton for that starting linebacker spot opposite of Greenlaw. That's one. The one that I would want to happen, because you're like, and I have to clarify, I want it to happen because there's so much good talent competing for playing time that maybe there's not enough time to go around to these guys, as opposed to the opposite, which is we can't find anybody who can play, and so there's a battle in that sense.
Yeah.
I want these wideouts to just go after each other.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think that Sutton's going to be your constant. I hope that Mims is another. Yeah. But as far as who's your third and fourth guys getting on the field, it'll be Vele.
Or do you think you think one of these young guys are going to jump in there? Although,
what I hope is
Vele's, this is his second season, right?
Yeah.
And we really liked him last year.
Right.
So is he going to take the next step? Or is Mims going to take because if Vele takes the next step, then he's just a great possession receiver, right? If Mims takes the next step, he's a game breaker, right? He can break things open for you.
And one other guy, Franklin. If
I keep forgetting about
because Franklin's got speed, but he's also 6'2", 6'3"?
Man,
like,
he's got to have flashbacks of camp last year, man, because he was bad. Remember, he was bad in camp last year.
That's what I'm saying, though. If he can take a step, like I would love to have, like we're sitting here talking about Vele, Franklin, Bryant, all just kind of battling each other for like who's going to be the third and fourth guy getting snaps this year. Like I think that would be ideal.
But that is the weakest position group of any on the team right now is the wide receiver. Because, listen, we all love Courtland, and Courtland is wide receiver number one, but he's not a wide receiver number one in this league. You know what I mean? Like, if Courtland moved to almost any other team in the league, he'd be the second option at wide receiver on that position.
Yeah, I said he's like a 4A guy in baseball.
But here's what's crazy, because the Broncos are so good on defense, do they need the amount of skill that other teams have at some of these positions? You know what I'm talking about?
That certainly helps them. I would say this, though. You said is it the weakest?
Right. Wide receiver, the weakest position on the team. Weakest position on the team.
If I said tight end?
Oh, yes.
I mean, Ingram's going to make them better, but still,
unless Evan is a all day, every down kind of like tight end.
Yeah.
Because you're right because you still got Troutman, right? You got Ingram and Troutman, and then
Cole.
Yes, right. That's right. And that's it. That's your three guys right there at the position right now.
Let me see if I'm missing anybody.
I don't. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably the tight end position. We've had so few tight ends who've been a difference maker.
And then
with
Nate
this
Atkins
team
was the other guy
in the last couple of years that I completely forget about it. But you're right. It's probably the tight end position. Is Ingram a better? I'm like, I guess. Is Ingram going to be more impactful to this offense that we see this year compared to Courtland?
No. I think Courtland's still your number one.
Because with Ingram, you can, if they can use him, what they keep talking about the joker position, where you find a mismatch. Remember how Bo just kept dinking and dunking all time, all last season? But if you get Ingram involved, then maybe teams can't just sit back defensively and keep those wide receivers in front of them. All of a sudden, if Ingram can take advantage of the middle of the field, then maybe your deep ball, those go routes, open up a little bit more, and then Bo can start launching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going
compared
to help.
To just to how Courtland will change what the defense is trying to do. Compared if Ingram fits in that joker position, what he can do to change.
Yeah, I hear you. I always hear that joker term, and we've heard it all off season. And I think that they're trying to tab Ingram with that. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know what that means exactly. I thought Joker was like a guy that you could put in a bunch of different places and he's effective.
Yeah.
And I just keep thinking, well, why isn't that
trying to find a goddamn Joker?
You could put Mims in the backfield. You can put him out wide. You could put him in the slot. Like, he could do a bunch of different things for you.
Yeah. Get cocky, Peyton.
Now, I think Mims' biggest downfall is every coach kind of has, like, something that they see as an ideal or a prototype, I guess is what I'll call it. Mm-hmm. And Mims doesn't fit that because he's small. Like, he's not 6'3". Look at every other wide receiver on this roster.
Yeah, they're all big.
Pat Bryant's huge.
Yeah.
Sutton, huge.
Yeah.
Franklin, huge.
Yeah.
Vele, huge. They're all huge.
Yeah. If any of those guys had Mims' speed, they'd be a top 10 draft, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, with that size, and if you could get that speed,
it's
like
that DK Metcalf stuff.
That 4.1 speed, that you're just like, what? What is that?
But is Mims even 6 foot? I don't think he is.
No.
Yeah, he's 5'11". He's listed 5'11", might be like 5'10".
5'10 and a half.
So I think that's what kind of holds him back from being like a pet. What do you call it? Teacher's pet or whatever for Sean
Payton's favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's just size is what's holding him back. But God, you could use him when they did that last year. When they lined him up in the backfield. Think about this for a second. If you got Bo Nix in the shotgun, and on one side is Mims and the other side is R.J. Harvey, you're like, the defense has to be like, all right, those are two really quick guys. What can I do with it? And
but I'm talking about skill, like the skill offensively for the Broncos compared to the teams that you will be playing. Like, you do not have the offensive skill that the Kansas City Chiefs or the L.A. Chargers have, right, in the division?
No. Well,
but your defense is going to be so much better than all those teams.
The Chargers are weird, though. The Chargers don't feel like they have a lot of it either. I mean, they got McConkey last year as a really good wideout. Looks like he's going to be pretty good. But then after that, who do they have? I mean, Quentin Johnson, I'm still watching him drop balls in camp from, like, the first 2 days. Their backfield's better with Najee Harris and Omari and Hampton, but they're kind of in the same place that the Broncos are with their running backs, right? Which is J.K. Dobbins, good veteran back, and then you hope the rookie's going to be good.
Yeah, but see, there's a difference. But what's the difference between Omarion and RJ? Like Hampton seemed like it went Ashton and then Hampton, right? Like people looked at him as the second best running back of the rookie class, but Ashton was in his own special little category because of what he did.
I don't know if the Broncos saw it that way. They might have thought Harvey was better.
Yeah. No, I bet you. I'm almost sure that you're probably right. I bet you they had RJ above Hampton.
Hampton was there.
Mm-hmm.
He was there.
Yeah, but they went Barrett. But once again, I think the Broncos, even if they thought Hampton was going to be, or if they thought he was the best back in that draft, if they thought he was better than Ashton, they still would have gone Barron, right?
Yeah,
because that's just. I mean, that's
because his overall talent was just so high.
And you can play him in different positions, and he can do so many different things, and he's a dog, right?
I would hope.
Like, I want to hit you so hard, you don't want to play this sport anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. But I guess you're right when it comes. I guess outside of, like, I'm looking at the Chargers depth chart right now.
I don't think it's that much
offensively, and it's not anything to write home about. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh yeah, they just. Unless you think Ladd McConkey is that much better than Courtland, you know what I mean? Like,
I think Courtland's better, but Ladd's good.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I guess, am I being too harsh on the wide receiver position for the Denver Broncos?
Well, I just think it's the weak. I think you're right. I think it's the weakest spot outside of maybe tight end. Mm-hmm. Just is overall depth and I'd say known commodities on there. Because that's the nice thing. Like, you're going into camp. I guess we don't fully know what Nix is, but we got a pretty good idea. Offensive line, obviously we know about that. And then defense. You tell me, Zach Allen, DJ Jones, John Franklin, Nick Benito, Singleton, Greenlaw, Cooper, Surtain. Like, we know these guys.
Sexy as hell.
We know what they're going to bring to the table. But, yeah, if you could get just a couple. Like, if I could get a Troy Franklin, everything clicks and he gets it year 2 sort of thing.
Well, you were the one,
nice.
And I don't suggest they do this, but you were the one who was telling me that it might not be a bad idea to find a way to get Patrick the ball every once. Just be like, let's see what one of the most athletically talented guys on the team can do, right? You were the one who suggested, like, man, you know what, every once in a while, just throw Patrick in there, run an end around or something. Or
hey, bro, I'm even in the camp of, like, Keenan Allen's still out there.
Oh,
Keenan Allen's he's still productive. Like, you want to bring a veteran wide out where, again, it's a known commodity thing?
Yeah, but I think they would have already jumped on that if they thought it was worth it. You know what I mean?
Like, I think so, too. But I don't know what people got against him because he was still productive last year. He had that 1 year in Chicago last year. And Chicago's offense was garbage. But look up his numbers. He had like 70 catches for 1,000 yards still. And I'm like, okay, does he fit the Sean Payton prototype? Well, he's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. So I'm still kind of holding out hope that the longer those guys stay on the market, it's kind of like a beggar's choosers situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, what if we throw you like $4 million?
Well, those guys are going to all disappear here in the next couple of weeks because guys are going to start getting hurt at camp.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're going to start getting hurt in camp, and these teams are going to start snapping them up and see what happens. And then, and then here in 3-4 weeks when they do the final cuts and you start looking through all the guys who got let go, see like, could they help us here? Could they help us here?
I know.
You might be able to find a receiver in that group of dudes.
That's one of the wildest things from last year, though. Do you remember? So they used to do camp in a way where it was like, after 2 weeks, you cut 5 guys.
And then we'll cut another.
And then
we'll cut
10 guys.
And then they just went to hell with cutting everybody at the same time.
Right. You're going to have a day. You're going to welcome in about 30 people and just say, not good enough, see you later.
Give me your playbook and get the hell out.
Right.
Yeah, you get the Turk comes.
And
the Grim Reaper.
I always thought, like, if you're a scout for the Broncos and that day comes, your brain's got to be just scrambled eggs. Just like, I got to look up like 1,000 guys to see if they're worth a waiver claim or not. Just seems crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure you have to stay ahead of that. Like, I bet you the Broncos already have a list of dudes who they think might get got, who are like, we got to target this guy and this guy and this guy. But once again, we say that and we bring it up because it feels like the old Bronco regime never would have done that. They would have just played it by ear. Like, yo, when somebody gets released, we'll just talk about it then. This regime and this ownership group feels like they have a plan for what happens next week and what happens in 3 weeks' time and what happens in 3 years' time and what happens next decade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're that kind of group where they got plans on plans on plans. It's probably terrible to be on that email chain where, you know what I mean? They're just firing off. They're just like, here's what's going to happen in 2032, and you're just like, what is going? You know what I mean?
It's like the Schefter notifications come on. You're like, oh God, hang on. Keep scrolling.
Yeah, so it feels like this team already has a plan. They already know what they're going to try to do. And it feels like it's so much easier when you can see that far ahead.
Yep.
Compared to before where it just felt like, man, we don't know. I mean, is Joe Flacco going to get released? Well, let's go get Joe, man. Let's go get Joe. It's going to work out great.